Well, it's time to get the bike out from underneath this bike cover. It's pretty covered in dust from getting it in here. It was only about 10 miles of dirt road coming in. I really don't like the way it's tied down, you guys. Being on top of this bike cover like this, and it's just not right. But if this worked, wrapping it up the way I did, then I'll figure something out. Well, for the most part, it worked. There's just a little dust kind of up in this part right here. Everything else stayed spotlessly clean, just like it came out of my garage anyway. Just a little dust, hardly anything. But let me tell you, if you could see what this bike looks like when I don't do this, you'd understand. I mean, imagine having to clean all in the spokes and all the brakes and everything, and having to wipe everything down. So I guess it worked, but it took me a little time to wrap it like that. But man, I'll tell you, it's nice to get out where there's peace and quiet. And it is beautiful up here. Once again, we're in the Lewis and Clark National Forest in central Montana. But the place where we're camped right now, my whole family is there, all of us. Except for one granddaughter, she should be there this evening yet. But talk about noisy. Oh man, got the camp next to us with 2 generators running constantly. The camp on the other side of us is a group of young people having a very good time and just yelling and screaming, and I don't know what they're doing. Don't know what game they're playing, but they're having fun. Can't take it. And then the dirt road in front of us is constant traffic, sometimes 4 or 5 cars or trucks in a row, towing big trailers, huge clouds of dust. And down there's no wind, and it just drifts over your camp. Every few minutes somebody's going by. So I had to get out. It was really making me aggravated, and I just had to get out and go for a little ride. And it's beautiful and quiet up here, and I'm enjoying it. I think I was getting on everybody's nerves back at camp because I was getting really irritable. Just constant noise and confusion does that to me. That's the way I am, and it's why I always seek peaceful, quiet places in life. But found it here. The road that I'm following right now is, I think it's road number 613, and it's just a 4-wheel drive road. And I'm just going to ride up it as far as I can go. I think it gets really rough up in there, and I probably won't go any further, but just to be able to come out here and sit in the peace and quiet and just spend some time is also very nice. But I'll get on the bike now and see how far I can get. Yeah, this isn't a great ride. This is really rocky. The first time I came up this road was in a Ford Probe. Way back when Linda and I first got to Montana, we had this little sports car. Believe it or not, we were able to drive this road no problem. Not anymore. It's all tore up now. A little bit of a climb here, not too bad. I've always been happy with this Magicycle because it goes up hills really well. It's got that 52 volt system, which seems to help a lot. This has got 86 Newton meters of torque. And the new Magicycle Cruiser has 96 Newton meters of torque. And it'd be interesting to know how much of a difference that makes, because this is already pretty good. Hills that this can't go up, I don't want to go up. Look at this road. Remember, I drove up here in a sports car one time. Now, for you folks back east, the Forest Service does not do anything to improve these roads. They might come in and improve drainage or something, you know, with a culvert or something, but they don't come in here and bulldoze. The road is what the road is, and that's it. They improve their main roads, but not these side roads. Now, in the old days, I think the logging companies are the ones who built these roads. And of course, they maintained them and kept them up. They were pretty nice when we first moved here, but not anymore. I got to come back out on this road. I can't do a loop. Oh, it splits here. I think I better go back down to the other road. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's just a campsite. No, it's a four-wheeler road that's been blazed through the woods. Here, I'll show you. Takes off up through there. Four-wheeler or a motorcycle, that'd be fun. There's elk tracks. See them right there? There's some big elk that went through here. Well, lately I've been looking at, you know, motorcycles. I've been looking at kind of classic motorcycles along the lines of a Triumph Bonneville kind of a look. I like the 60s look. And the motorcycle companies nowadays are making these retro classics like that. Like the Royal Enfield Interceptor, Triumph T100 and T120s. Yeah, they're nice. I'm sure there's a bunch of others that you can suggest to me. I don't know that I'll ever get one, but I sure spend a lot of time looking. Hate to see all that looking time wasted. I told Linda, even if I just got one for a year, just to be able to ride again like I used to, I think it'd be fun. And get the feel of a motorcycle again. I used to hill climb when I was younger. A lot younger. That was my passion. Until my best friend lost his kneecap. And that kind of ended that. He was the one I went riding with all the time. He didn't do it hill climbing though. He did it trail riding. You know, you're screaming through the woods, you don't know what's around the next bend. Well, what was around his next bend was a big rock and sheared his kneecap off. Not good. This is a constant climb. Now, for those of you that bought Magicycle cruisers, I'm going to be making some upgrades to this one to make it more like the one that they just came out with. It'll have the hydraulic front shocks, it'll have the bigger battery, and it'll have the hydraulic brakes, which will be really handy going downhill. It'll still have the 86 Newton meter motor instead of the 96, but I don't find this bike to be underpowered. And a bigger motor, of course, is just going to make it use a little more battery power. That's why they went to the larger battery. I think the larger battery in this one is going to make it go far. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, I'll show you guys how to do that stuff. I'll do a video for those of you that own these Magicycles, which are great bikes. Up, up, up. E-bike. So it's not too bad.
Does it do most of the work for you?
It does. It can do all of it or it can do none of it. Your choice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had it doing about half of it there.
yeah. Oh my God.
It's all right. This is the top.
Yep.
Good.
It is the top, yeah.
I may not go too far down the other side, but
Really rocky.
Really rocky.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I remember the last time I went through here was on my ATV, and I remember it was bad for that.
Yeah, it is.
You know, thanks for the warning. I think this is as far as I'll go.
You made it to the top. That's great.
Have fun, you guys.
We'll see you.
See ya.
Safe.
Thank you. Well, you heard the word. It's, I remember it. Last time I did take my ATV through here, it was so rocky. It was like almost impossible for the ATV. That's when I remembered, hey, I drove my Ford Probe through here once. Yeah, I won't go down there. This is the summit. It's kind of a pretty place. I think I'll find a place to camp out for a while. Well, to sit down for a while. Up here in the mountains, there are trails that are designated motorcycle trails. This is one of them right here. They get back into some pretty gnarly places. You better know what you're doing. I wear a helmet almost all the time. I forgot it on my last trip and I got called out for, you should be wearing a helmet. And they didn't notice it in my other videos. I'm always wearing a helmet. But anyways, there it is. Then I stop and I put my baseball cap on for comfort. And I'm wearing gloves today. I get called out on that too, so there's my gloves. It's a good idea because I've fallen before and kind of scuffed up the palm of my hand a bit. So the gloves are a good addition there. Yeah, for lunch today, I just brought my favorite little alcohol stove. It's a Lixada with a, what do you call those alcohol burners? A Trangia burner. And I'm just boiling up some water just for some noodles, something really basic. And my favorite meat. And for those of you that are new to the channel, I do carry a sidearm for bear protection here, loaded with bear rounds. I did a video on why I don't carry bear spray here in Montana. A couple of years ago, I did a video called Attacked by a Dead Bear, and you might find that one entertaining, and it also explains why I don't carry bear spray. Hello. Are you guys going down the other side? Yeah, that's not good down there.
I've been down there before.
Yeah, me too.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Very
Well, enjoy your ride. Yeah, when I hear you coming, I'll get out of your way.
Wait a bit.
Yeah, alrighty. Hey, I wonder if hydraulic brakes can heat up and boil. Anybody know that? Hydraulic disc brakes on a long downhill like this? You know, like a car does? when you lose your brakes. I wonder if hydraulic brakes on a bike can do that. That'll be interesting. Yeah, if any of you know anything about that with hydraulic brakes on a bike, let me know. And I'll wait a minute till the dust settles. Ow. Okay, that hurt. Ooh. Ah. Yeah. Broke my mirror. I don't think I broke any of me. Camera's okay. I'm kind of cut up on my elbow. A little dusty. Oh well. I think I'm still alive. Got caught in a rut. It threw me. Just a little gravel rash there. Other than that, I think I'm all right. I'll know tonight to see how how sore I am. Yeah, I think might have scraped my knee up too, or my leg up. Yeah, clean the dust off. It's all part of it. Yeah, and I hear somebody coming. Don't have a mirror to see them in anymore. Oh well. Bike looks in good shape. Brakes are still working. Guess I'm good to go. All right. I was anticipating this mud puddle coming up down here. All right. Good thing I wasn't going all that fast. Maybe 10 miles an hour or something. I think I better stop and take some fresh water and wash that wound out on my arm. You guys ever watch Itchy Boots? The woman named Nora Lee, she's from Holland or the Netherlands, and she rides her motorcycle all over the world. Right now she's ridden up through, from the tip of South America, she's up into Mexico. This is her second year on this particular leg, on her way to Alaska. But I bring it up because I've seen her fall a whole bunch, and every time she falls, I'm like, oh no, because you know, her motorcycle's a lot heavier, and I'm always afraid she's going to break a bone or something. She's one tough gal, though, I tell you. Anyways, look up her channel. It's called Itchy Boots. Okay, this looks like a good place to stop and wash out that wound. That gravel rash. That's exactly what it is. Ew, yeah. Now you can see what it looks like. That's a lot worse than I thought. The dust was making it look pale, but now that I get the dust off of it, it's not so good. I'm only about a half hour from camp, so I'll get it tended to back there. The only thing I got with me here is hand sanitizer, and that would sting like heck. I'm not doing that. Just get it back and get it cleaned up better. Put some hydrogen peroxide on it. Be all right. Okay, on down the mountain some more. I keep looking over at my rear view mirror. I'm just in the habit of doing that. And I see the ground going by behind it because there's nothing there in the middle of it. It's all busted out. Oh well, it's a little confusing. Another one of those ruts. Woohoo! Sometimes you can't avoid them. You get down into them and then you can't steer. That's what happened to me. Woohoo! I made it to the bottom. Oh, I can see the comments from some of you right now. I should have been wearing shin guards, knee guards, elbow guards, leather jacket. I don't. I wear a helmet. I got the gloves. Oh, by the way, the gloves protected me a little bit on that last one. I could see the scuff mark on the palm of my hand. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'll take my bumps. Not to mention it's pushing 100 degrees today. Ooh, gotta go through the river. That looked a little deeper than it did when I went through a couple hours ago. All right. Well, even with the bumps and bruises, I had a nice ride. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now I gotta make it back to camp. Seems like everybody got a new bang stick, if you know what I mean, this past couple weeks, and they're all anxious to zero them in and check the function and everything this afternoon. So we get to do that. And then one of the little ones gets her first lesson with a 22 today. She's pretty excited. At least he slowed down to go by me. Whew. And here's our camp.